Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Psycho Gold Videos. I'm Psycho Gold, and today we're going to be checking out Youjo Senki, or Saga of Tanya the Evil, Episode 2. And this episode is called Prologue, so I'm guessing it's going to be set before Episode 1. Maybe it will explain some of the things that I was confused about. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will have nothing to do with the main characters. I don't know. In the last episode, we got introduced to the world that's at war. It had mages, it had old-fashioned cannons, and it had a few deaths. And it had character names that I told you I wouldn't remember, and I can't. But, you know, I was expecting that, so no great surprise there. Anyway, I really enjoyed the first episode, and I'm looking forward to checking out the rest of the series, so without further ado, let's dive into Episode 2. Oh, it's 2013. The kid in me is struggling to believe that that's in the past. Wait, hang on. It's 2013. We're in the future now. Oh, okay. So, it's the guy who's not speaking. Okay, I'm very confused, but it took me a second to realise. Wait, hang on. The last episode wasn't set in modern day. What? Oh dear. Oh! That wasn't very nice. Alright then. You appear to be frozen in time, my friend. Oh, hello. Okay, who are these people? Whoa! Oh, okay. Are they supposed to be angels? Oh, okay, they're all possessed now. Oh dear. I actually agree with him on that though. Ah, a salary man. Okay, I think I see where this is going now. Aww. Ah, I see. Okay, now the salaryman line makes sense. And that's slightly hilarious that she was a guy. Yeah, now that wouldn't freak you out, would it? If you still remember everything. Yeah. Yes, you're Tanya. Ah, there we go. Now we're back in the era that this was in. That being X's was confusing. So he was one person having a conversation with himself, essentially. Oh, so it is a different world. And he remembers history. That's interesting. But clearly you weren't powerless, because I've seen what you look like in the next one. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, it's not a bad plan. Gotta give him for forward thinking. That's a very strange reason to hate war. Ah, but she hates the... Or she... I'm just gonna call her she. Hates the idea of killing. That's fair enough. I did get that impression when they were talking in the last episode, but then she butchered them, so I wasn't so sure that she meant it. She really is tiny. Yeah, now we got to do is master landing. Yeah, she does. I was just gonna say, isn't that the guy from the other episode? Oh! Ow. Now I understand his reaction to hearing her name. Makes me laugh that she's still so short. But I don't actually know how old she's supposed to be, because they all seem to keep talking about how young she is. Whoop. Oh, he has the golden eyes like she did in the previous episode. Uh-oh. That's a hell of a promotion. Right, we're in war. All of you guys, you're promoted immediately. Oh, I still love the way those guns are animated. Oh, it's such a long-winded way of doing it. Just talk to the artillery commander direct. So they knew they were invading from the word go, yet they still seem to be somehow, well, not losing in inverted commas, but... Yeah, that is a strange thing to do, unless they didn't mean to cross the border, of course. They didn't go in there to start a war. They went in there for just regular exercises. That's interesting. So either they were lied to in order to start the war, or this whole thing started over a misunderstanding, which, you know, wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Your guy. It's not. Oh, there we go. I took a minute for him to work that out. The fact that he has those glowing golden eyes is interesting, though. Is that just a representation of power level? Or is it just a case of something's going to happen here that she's somehow going to get his power? She did indeed. It does look that way, yes. They're on skis. I've only just realised that. She does know she has a gun on her shoulder, right? There we go. I don't know if she's not screwed on the head correctly because of her previous life, or is this like the current personality of shining through? Oh no, they've all got golden glowing eyes. Oh no, he doesn't, but the other guy definitely did. Another one bites the dust. Oh. Yeah, they're definitely not doing very... Ooh, painful. They're not doing very well. I love that. Yes, you back him up. I'll wait here. She is literally like a fairy, just whizzing around the battlefield. Ah, crap. Oh, he's got... Okay. Oh! That's one way of doing it. Oh. What? Okay. Well, we know she's not dead, so she must have survived that somehow. There we go. To be fair, you did fight hard. I don't think you have to fake that. Oh. You have four confirmed kills and 2 unconfirmed. Oh my lord. She's a bit broken though. Oh dear, so she got the position of that she was in by pure luck trying to not be in the fight in the first place. Brilliant. Of course they will. No, I think that you, as you volunteered, I don't think that's going to apply somehow. Hello? Oh, white silver. Who was that? So, she's 9 years old, and the army has no problem with letting her volunteer and being in a fight. Could a 9-year-old even lift a gun? Like, those things are bloody heavy. Especially a rifle. I'm amazed she can pick it up, let alone stand the recoil. Alright, yes, I know she's magical, so maybe that's where her strength is coming from. No, actually, it must be where her strength is coming from. There's no way she could fight against other people. It must be pure magic. Well, looking at how much time is left, I'm guessing there must be an after-credits sequence, so let's find out. Ah, there we go. What the heck? Okay then. Okay then. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 2, and now it makes a bit more sense. This is a very... I love the concept. I've seen, like, live action shows that have had a kind of similar theme, but it's usually the devil he's working with, and obviously in this they're kind of hesitant to say devil, god, whatever. It's being X. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm curious now to see whether or not the series is going to carry on from where the prologues ended, or whether it's going to carry on from where the first episode ended. Or is it the series going to finally catch up to episode 1, and we're going to learn about the history of the various characters that we met in episode 1 that I found a bit confusing because there were so many characters. But now I think I can see why, because now they're going to go backwards and work their way forwards. Still a weird way to start, but it definitely got my interest and attention. I was still laughing at the fact that I completely forgot that, oh, it's 2013. Wait. It's like, yes, it wasn't set in the 2013. I also like the fact that we got some clarity that it's not our world. She has been reincarnated into a completely different world, which makes a lot of sense and explains the magic and explains the similarities but the differences. The fact that she's 9 years old, though, it's like, wow, that's a little bit too young. I mean, everything she's doing must be partly magical, but whatever, it's still enjoyable. It must be weird, though, for him to have his inner voice be hers. Like, obviously, he probably remembers what his voice used to sound like, and, you know, even though it's been 9 years since he was born, but That must have been weird as well, being born with the brain of an adult, but you're a baby, because, yeah, no. Can't do anything. That's just weird. But, you know, hasn't seemed to have stopped the salary man, which again, I'm so happy that that comment makes sense. That confused me to no end in episode 1. So now it makes perfect sense. I'm curious to see where the series is going and what actually the point of the series is, if that makes sense. Because he seems to want revenge on being X, but he was going to die anyway, so I'm a bit confused by that comment. He also seems to be caught somewhere between his old personality and his new personality, and obviously when we saw him in episode 1, he was very like, she was believing in God and everything she was doing was in the name of their God, and so obviously there's going to be a huge transformation in her belief system before we get there, and obviously the fact that she had much greater control of her powers and she seemed to be able to predict what was going to happen before it did. But obviously at the end there we saw a couple of the main characters who were in the first episode as well, so it doesn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me rather that this is the way it's going to go, just sort of developing now back up to where we were. Either way guys, that was a lot of fun, and I'm glad that so many of you guys asked me to check it out. I'm looking forward to episode 3. I don't know what it entails, but I know that it's called Deus Vult, or Deuce Vult, depending on the pronunciation, but we'll leave that for another day, I think. And that's it for this particular episode, guys. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up, and that would be amazing! Please leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought of this episode, and we can chat about it, and you guys can tell me what you like about Youjo Senki, or at least the first 2 episodes, and no doubt tell me what the differences are between the written word and the animated picture. Anyway guys, all that's left for me to do is to say that I'm Psycho Gold, and I will see you in my next video. Psycho Gold, out.